Your name is not in the list. Arjun stood frozen in front of the notice board, his eyes scanning the sheet again and again, as if his name might magically appear if he looked hard enough. But it didn't. Behind him, a few students whispered just loud enough for him to hear. Obviously, he's a last bench guy. He never studies anyway. Arjun didn't turn around. He didn't say anything. But inside, something tightened. He quietly stepped away, pretending it didn't matter, even though it did. Arjun had always been a last bench student, not because he chose to sit there, but because that's where people like him were expected to be. Teachers rarely asked him questions. Classmates rarely included him. Over time, he stopped trying to change it. He had started believing it too, that maybe he was just average, or even less. That evening he sat alone at his table, staring blankly at his textbook. The words felt heavy, almost impossible to understand. He was about to close the book when a memory crossed his mind. His father's voice. "You don't have to be the best, just be better than yesterday." Arjun paused. For the first time, he didn't feel pressure to top the class or impress anyone. He just needed to improve, a little. So he turned the page back and started again. The first few days were frustrating. Nothing made sense. Even after trying, he felt stuck. But he didn't stop. Day after day, he kept going. On the 7th day, he understood a small concept. On the 15th day, he solved a full problem on his own. No one noticed these small wins. But Arjun did. And somehow, that was enough to keep him going. One day in class, the teacher asked a question. The room fell silent. His heart started racing. Should he try? For a moment, doubt crept in. What if I'm wrong? What if they laugh? But then, quietly, he raised his hand. The class turned to look at him, surprised. "Arjun?" the teacher asked. He stood up slowly. His voice trembled at first, but he answered. And he was right. The classroom went silent, not with laughter, but with something new. Respect. That small moment changed something inside him. Weeks passed, and soon it was results day again. Arjun found himself standing in front of the same notice board. The same place where he had once felt invisible. This time he took a deep breath before looking. His eyes moved down the list, and then stopped. His name was there. Not at the top, but it wasn't missing anymore. For a second he just stared at it, letting the moment sink in. Behind him he heard familiar voices again. "Hey, that's Arjun, right?" He improved a lot. But this time he didn't feel hurt. He smiled, not because others finally noticed him, but because he had noticed himself. Because he knew the truth, that every small step, every quiet effort, every moment he chose not to give up, had brought him here. And that was enough. Because sometimes you don't need to jump from last to first. You just need to take one step forward. Every single day.